Hello everyone. We have the news for the week, so let's look through everything that we have. So this time is when we're getting our favorite equipment update, which means the Chamber of Arms, the 10-man fights, are going away. If you have not gotten everything from them, last chance to get everything done before maintenance. We don't know if or when it's going to come back. There's some nice killers in there and some free lapis, so it is worth just clearing everything real quick if you have not done so yet. That's all we really have to worry about ending at the moment, at least for this week. So maintenance itself is the same time as usual, no surprise. We have our new monthly login, usual stuff there. The Samurai login, we're only getting a new Neo Vision, which means only 30 fragments for that unit. We're not getting an NVA this time. So we have the exchange shop and the cash summon. The after party exchange shop is still there. We're going to be able to get more tickets from the summon. And now the new unit is giving us a new kind of unit. So he's going to have a super limit burst. So this is very different than all the other Neo Visions we have. So the biggest difference is there's no Brave Shift form. He has one form and that is it. The difference is the super limit. So after a set number of turns, his limit burst will fill and it will change to the upgraded super version. So the super versions of the limit burst are strong, but the amount of turns that it takes for it to change over to the super is dependent on the EX level of the unit. So you need to at least EX1 as if you would unlock Brave Shift. So as they say here, at EX1 it takes 5 turns to get the super limit burst. EX2 takes off a turn for 4, and EX3 another turn. So 3 turns at EX3 is the quickest you'll be able to use the super limit burst. So they're a little restricted in that way. Other way is without a shift form for stuff like Dark Visions, you can't gear an elemental form and then a damage form. But the units themselves, at least some of them, a couple of them they didn't do so well on, but most of them, like this unit, the limit burst is very strong. It's just going to be something new to get used to, as you essentially have to wait so many turns to get their good limit burst. As far as the rest of the kit, most of them are pretty much geared around their super limit burst for the most part. They don't have a lot of normal stuff, but we'll look at his kit on the JP side after. Okay, so another big thing that they're doing is the Challenge of the Brave is essentially going away. So they're going to open up all the Challenge of the Braves for us. So if you haven't cleared any for some missions, I'd suggest doing so, because what they're going to do is they're going to replace all these with the Chronicle battles. So they're going to do it in batches, and any signets that we have from the Challenge of the Brave will be rewarded the same amount as the new Chronicle when we get the Chronicle. But once they get through that, I don't expect to see any of the Challenge of the Braves come back. So any rewards that you haven't quite gotten through those is going to be gone. So that's I'd use this week essentially, if you haven't cleared them all, just to get your lapis and whatnot, to clear through that before those get changed out. And I was excited when I saw Ability Awakening update, but unfortunately they're giving us some of the new system, which is slightly annoying. So it's going to be another material that we need, and it's a rare material. So these are the first 2 units, Terra and Locke. They get 1 ability each, and to fully upgrade the ability you need 4 crowns. From my understanding so far, we get 1 crown per Chronicle battle that we get. We'll have to see if they give us other means to get them. So it's going to be really pick and choose as far as what ability to upgrade. Now for Locke, they did give us a boost over JP. His final awaken is a 90% defense break, which actually matches Venera, which is nice for people that don't have her for a 90% defense break. We have an option there now that's not limited. So that is decent. I just don't like how we're only getting a 2-unit crown update, and so far we'll have to see how Global handles it, but crowns are a little bit on the rare side. Terra's thing, just her Esper summons get bigger damage fields is all. So I mean, the useful upgrades, we'll just have to see how fast we can get the crowns to actually upgrade everybody. And unfortunately, they're only giving us those two. We don't get any other ability enhancements or awakenings at all. Alright, we already went over the favorite equipment update. We are getting our tickets. So, they're letting us know the tickets that we're getting based on the login days. Unfortunately, if you have the max amount of login days, you're only going to get a max of 15 tickets. We don't get all the tiers of it adding up. Just wherever you stand, that's what you're going to get. But the tickets themselves, each ticket is going to be a 10 summon of at least 4-star base units, all the way up to Neovision. So that's not too bad overall there. And then we're also going to get the 110 Neovision tickets based on our logins. So those tickets are going to be useful. We'll have to see how much luck we get from those summons. So anybody that has max amount of login days, essentially you're going to get 150 summons for free that are at least 4-star base. Alright, so new unit gets the same card as Celeste that we've seen before. Attack and magic on it. Final Fantasy VI gets raw attack, defense, magic, and spirit, and a little bit of limit damage there. And then for the bundle card, they're bringing back the Chores with Grandpa, which should, I think, be in the summon pool now, too. Alright, with the new unit, we are getting our next Chronicle battle, and we're going to be able to get our first crown from it. So this one here is Final Fantasy VI units. And we get an emblem, too. So unless they change it, it's only 1 crown. So, very interesting to see how they're going to handle giving out the crowns. Item World is coming back again. So, for the unique items, the Dragon Harp, which overall isn't too bad because it can get a 50% limit fill there with magic and spirit by 50%. Cannon's Blade, 80% attack, and the Hiyomonto, 80% attack. Not terrible overall. But standard global original units for the bonus. And they're letting, obviously, the new Neovision be a lesser bonus. So, same old there with Item World. They haven't mentioned anything about the Shard Dungeon, which I was hoping to see by now. They did fix the Elemental Turn Challenge, and it looks like they're just giving it to us back. So anybody that cleared it before most likely won't have to re-clear it. Everything should be cleared again, because it doesn't look like they're resetting any of the rewards. We'll see when it actually goes up. But usually when they just slap that "it's back" on there, they don't reset stuff. But anybody that didn't get to clear it because they didn't do it before it got bugged, this is your chance to clear and get all that done. And the shop for the Elementals coin should reopen as well. Alright, so new banner is just the one new Neovision for the focus. They give us a little bit of news about the Super Limit Burst. So again, you have to keep in mind They don't get the super limit burst until EX1, as if you would unlock their Brave Shift. The base Neo Vision EX0 does not get the super limit burst. So he's mainly earth damage. We'll look over his kit in a second. So, regular trust, 40% killers is a little bit odd, but killers is always nice, and 50% attack is decent. And his super 215 attack two-handed katana is really nice. Final Fantasy VI only units get the 75% limit damage and 20% evasion. So let's actually look over the kit on JP. So he himself is pretty decent. He's focused around his limit burst really. So as you can see, he doesn't have too much stuff there. He can dispel, break, and deal a decent amount of damage there. He can set himself up for countering, and he increases the modifier for his auto attack that he counters with by 260, which turns it into like a 300, I believe it is. Stardust Ray Chainer, and then he's got his multi-hit to all enemies, which is useful in some situations. So his big killers, Dragon, Avian, and Stone. He's a double-handed unit, but the main focus is his limit burst. So his base limit burst, minus 30 earth, increases his earth damage by 25%, gives him a 150 limit buff, and then does a 150 4-hit earth damage attack. So his super upgrades that. So the imperil on the earth is the same. His damage goes up 10% for the earth buff though, to a 35. He gives himself a dragon and stone physical killer, and it damage goes up to a 300, and it's only a single hit. So his super limit burst is essentially the earth version of Sephiroth almost. He just doesn't do his own katana imperil, but he does boost his own earth damage. And the one big thing is when the super limit burst is ready, it's going to autofill, so you could, if you wanted to, you could use his regular the turn before it unlocks. Empty out his limit gauge. When it gets ready, it will autofill again. He'll also buff his attack and his LB damage as part of his super limit prep. So limit burst is going to be strong, depending on what EX level you have him at, is going to limit how you can use him. Because EX3, he'll be able to limit burst turn 3 the earliest. EX1, you got to wait till turn 5. Anybody that's going to pull for him, we'll wish you luck. I won't be pulling on his banner. There's a bunch of stuff that might be coming up. I heard rumors of Tomb Raider this month. If that happens, I'll pull on that banner. It should be a limited banner. Dragon Quest limited banner might be soon. That's another banner I'm looking forward to. So we're not going to pull directly for him. We're just going to see if I get him as an off banner. So that's all the news we have at the moment. I'm still kind of hoping that after maintenance or closer to maintenance, they tell us that we're getting Shard Dungeon. It's been quite a while and we could really use it. Until then, I might continue to complain about not having a Shard Dungeon. But that's all we have for the news, so we're going to end the video there. Hope everybody enjoyed.